Hello everyone, my name is Jesse, and welcome back to another Bakugan unpackaging. This one came a lot faster than I thought it would. The shipping on this was quick. As we can see here, we have just a very green envelope. There's not much just on there. It's just Bakugan inside. Yeah, I mean it's literally just this paper. There's nothing else. So no box this time, just this. I can probably just take it right here and get going. Oh, well that ripped. Okay. See if we can see in there. Yeah. Ooh, stuff's falling. Let's go ahead and reach in there. Get that out. Alright. Get rid of this paper real quick, and we are left with this. So just this. Let me adjust my camera real quick and we'll get this open. So here is what we've got. Just the Bakugan, so this comes out of the bubble wrap right here, pretty easy. That over there, and this is in a nice, wow, this is kind of nicely packaged. You can kind of maybe tell what this Bakugan is too. So we got a nice little bag, I'm liking it. I'm going to keep this, actually, because it's nice to store Bakugan in. Here we go. So, got some little tape on there. Go ahead and, if I can, I'd like to save the bubble wrap for when I do my own shipping. Here we go. Cool. Alright, so here is the Bakugan I got. So let me give a nice zoom in here if I can. Let's see. Perfect. So, for those of you who do not know what this Bakugan is yet, it's Aquos, and it is called Barri Beyond. It is a Bakutech Bakugan. With a very special gimmick. So Bakutech all have different like abilities or specialized in some way, and Barri Beyond is pretty unique. So it involves this little band right here, which is made of rubber. Everything else on him is plastic. He's got a little horn here that pokes up, as well as little feet. Let's see if the feet come out. So, not quite. I think they come out after, it seems like. But yeah, this is just his ball form here. Yeah, seems so far in pretty good condition. I did find this guy online for like $12. I was a little apprehensive at first, but I took a gamble because it was only 12 bucks. And so far, so good. So let me grab a card and we'll pop him open. Alright, so I have a card here and I have Barri Beyond. And, yeah, so let's pop him open. That is so cool. Alright, so as you can see here, he's got this cool, like, rubber band thing that stretches across. That's his big deal here. I'm gonna go ahead and do, like, a quick view. Pop his horn open, actually. See if we can get that. Oop. Get that. Oh, his head's falling down. I don't know what that's all about. We'll see what we can do there. So yeah, he's got this cool claw thing on the back. And he is 680 Gs. See if we can see that. There you go. Right there. 680 Gs. Which is pretty solid. Not sure why his head's falling down. I'm not sure if that's something that's broken or just how he is. Because it did stand up at first. I'll have to play around with it. But he is super unique because he has the ability to block Bakugan and bounce them off the card to avoid them from ever getting on it. So like imagine you're playing and this just stops you right here. Like this completely blocks you. And I'll try to do a demonstration. But in terms of like brawling with him, he's pretty good because of this just ability. He seems to be pretty tough to get together. We'll see if I can figure it out on camera really fast. But I kind of want to take a look at all his different pieces and stuff. Because, I mean, his, like, mouth here moves. If you can see that. It's pretty sick. And he does have feet. Let's see if we can get the feet going. So feet come out. So he does stand properly. I'm wondering what's going on with his head here. Because it was staying up and then it stopped. Let's see. Did I just move him the wrong way? I did figure out how to get him in a ball form. It actually wasn't too bad, and I think I figured out what the deal with the head is. So yeah, the head's standing now, right? So it seems to do, there's these little nubs right here, It's kind of hard to see. Let's see if I can show it. Yeah, so there are these little nubs right there and there that kind of go right up under this to keep him up. So the feet go out now, and yeah, he's like the ultimate defensive Bakugan. He's so cool. I love him. Yeah, so let's do another quick spin just to show him in all his glory. And then I want to show you how he would function in like Bakugan fights. Alright, so I've got him set up here, and I'm going to do an example of like how he shines in Bakutech. So I've got another Bakutech here. I'm going to roll at him, and it should hopefully get a pretty decent example of how he works. How does that even happen? Okay, well, he doesn't work all the time, but let me try again. I'm so happy I got that on camera. So, I hope that kind of demonstrates how he works. So as you can see, like, when you roll another Bakugan onto the card, Barri Beyond here usually he dominates the whole card, so that other Bakugan typically cannot get on it. Now, some like this guy right here, this Dragon, he hits pretty hard because he's so heavy, so sometimes he can get through those defenses, as you saw in that weird clip where he somehow got inside Barri Beyond right here. Which was super interesting. But for other Bakugan, and especially ones that are just made of plastic, or some that aren't as heavy as this Dragon right here, they're going to have a much harder time getting through this guy's tanky defenses, which is awesome. Like, let me see if I can give a good example of how much card space he takes up. Like, he takes up a good portion of it. So the odds of you actually getting another Bakugan onto this card is slim. I mean, it's still possible. Like he's a good defense, but like, you know, it doesn't break the game in any way. And he's just super cool. Like, he's got this cool like spider web type thing coming out here. It's like lined, kind of looks like a spider's web. And yeah, his just overall ball design super sick. He's got some awesome details. Like, when I saw him, I knew he was a Bakutech I had to have. Just for his uniqueness. And I'm pretty sure there's another Bakutech who's got this similar feature. I'll have to put an image on screen because I don't know the name and I'm unfamiliar with it. I just knew Barri Beyond from like seeing him online and stuff and people talking about how cool he is. But I will put the other one on there because they have the same and similar like gimmick, which is pretty cool. But he is definitely a new inclusion into my Bakutech team, for sure. And just if you guys wanted to know, I kind of figured out how to get him in ball form, so I'm going to try and do it now. So first up, put your feet up, close your horn, and then seems to be you take this little claw piece and you stick that up, and it goes down, and then his like head and the shoulder blades kind of all collapse, and they don't quite hold everything together, and then you just push the arm pieces in, and he kind of just all closes together for the most part. And he is quite bigger than the other Bakutech. So here's Rise Dragon for an example. So around B2-ish, this is clearly much larger. But because of his defense, like, he should be like that. And that's what I like about Bakutech, is that in regular Bakugan, like the B2 are all the same size and they all have similar features, you know, some are a bit different than others, but with Bakutech, they all have specialties. So, like this guy right here, he's heavy, like he's real heavy, and he typically always stays on his magnet. So I can flip him pretty much any way, and he's gonna want to roll to stand on his magnet, no matter what I do. You can't see that. But no matter what I do, he's always gonna want to roll onto this magnet like that. He's always gonna stay magnet heavy, and whereas like Rise Dragon here, you know, doesn't quite have that. Barri Beyond here is just a giant defensive tanky card defender, which is awesome, and he rolls on the card pretty well too. Let's get a nice roll here. See if I can get him pretty straight on the card. There we go. So yeah, pretty cool. I love this. Like, this piece is so cool how you can just, like, roll a Bakugan and it'll bounce off of it for the most part. I mean, it's not perfect. Like, obviously, you can land them sometimes. But just the fact that, like, say you manage to get him to block right here, like, at the edge of the card, and you try to roll a Bakugan, they wouldn't... There's no way they would make it unless they got inside like that, which Flare Dragon here seems to be doing a fantastic job of. So he's not foolproof, but he is definitely cool and an epic addition. Super happy to have him in my collection. Oh, he's amazing. And just getting him for like $12 online plus the international shipping is crazy. Like, people pay like $70, $80 for this guy alone, if you can find him, because I've heard he's kind of hard to find. Not like super, super rare, but pretty hard to find. So it was just amazing that I managed to find him and get him for such a cheap price. So yeah, I'm super happy about it. He is a little awkward to close up, like I won't lie there, but overall not too bad. Love that he's a bigger design and everything. And yeah, if you guys see one of these, I highly recommend you get them if it's something you're planning on collecting. He's a super cool addition, and just overall, like, nice colors, cool way of battling, and just overall kind of fun and a good overall design. And yeah, so that is Barri Beyond. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like, drop a comment, and of course, subscribe for more awesome content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.